sets Nouveau Labs apart in the crowded IT services market?
We had experiences in the past. We weren't really getting what we wanted from them.
So, any customer success story that you would like to illustrate today?
We have had, of course, our ups and downs. We built that solution from scratch, and even till today, we continue to maintain for the customer.
How is Nouveau Labs using AI or automation?
We used it to build a customer experience platform. The Agentic AI will be adding agents for some of the internal operations as well.
What's next for Nouveau Labs? What's your vision?
And that's one of the things that we want to showcase.
I'm delighted to host the session with Satya, founder and CEO of Nouveau Labs. Thank you, Satya, for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me, Navnita.
Let's start with your journey. What inspired you to create Nouveau Labs and its focus areas?
We've started Nouveau Labs actually as a product company. We had, while we were at it, we got a request from one of the colleagues of mine who I worked with in the past, and he said, "Hey, we needed some help with some engineering, and then would you be able to take it up and then go?" And then we said, "Okay, let's try it out." We had experiences in the past working with a few contract houses, and then we weren't really getting what we wanted from them, and they were the quality of the people wasn't good, and then also the sense of urgency in deliverables, and then the ability to be able to actually develop things in the same breadth as our own teams could do, that was missing. So when we picked up this, we said we are going to be doing something different, and then just feel like I was sitting on the other side of the table, so I was putting myself in the same shoes, and then said, okay, let me try something different.
That's surely an interesting journey.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and what sets Nouveau Labs apart in the crowded IT services market?
So, like I said before, we wanted to do something different that we were not really getting from other companies that we worked in the past when I was working in other MNCs. So we said we could definitely be able to build teams that are actually on par with what our customers could get, or even sometimes better. And so we said, okay, there should be a way for us to do it. And the time when we started, we had an opportunity to be able to build teams like that, and contribute at a level that we really wanted. And that's one of the things that we want to showcase, or we want to really project as our differentiation. And more often than not, that resonates very well with the customers.
So, any customer success story that you would like to illustrate today?
We did have quite a few. We have had, of course, our ups and downs, but specifically since we went with a vision of differentiated services and stuff like that, we tried out in a few projects. One of our customers, who actually the person that approached me was a friend of mine, again a colleague of mine from the past. He said, "Hey, I've seen you work with me in the past, and then so we do believe you have this ability to bring up good teams, and then let me just do this with you." And then he gave me an opportunity to build a team for him, and that was a networking and security firm. We actually brought up a large team with them. We delivered about 3 projects for them. So they were all products. The team, except for, of course, the initial specification of the product, but everything else from architecture, design, implementation, testing, and all of that, till deployment, customer support, and everything else that comes after the initial product definition, that was all done by the team. And of course, we ended up moving the team under a BOT model to the customer. That was one of them. That was hugely successful. The customer was pretty happy. And then there was another one where we picked up a fixed class project in the space of unified communications, and we did deliver on budget, on time, and on schedule. Team did a really good job, and then customer really appreciated the team's ability to act at a level that the customer was actually expecting for his own team. And we also built an ERP system for tier 1 telecom company in the US. They were actually looking to automate their manufacturing process for one of the product lines, a specific product lines in a specific business group. And we built that solution from scratch, and even till today we continue to maintain for the customer. And so there are many other stories like this, but to name a few, these are the 3 things. So we wanted to continue to go in that particular area, where we may actually remain small, but we wanted to be niche, and then we wanted to be operating at a level which is like higher in the value chain.
So I'm very sure the customer success stories that you have spoken about must have been immensely satisfying and enriching for you as well as Nouveau Labs.
Absolutely, yeah. That's actually, you feel very proud about that. More than let's say pride. It's also about you feel justified for what you charge your customer. It should be really justifying. So yeah, absolutely. So these are all very satisfying.
Today, how is Nouveau Labs using AI or automation?
Yeah, so I guess we are also riding the AI wave like many other companies are doing. We use that. I mean, our own product, which of course we are separating it out as a separate company, but their own product actually used AI a lot. We used it to build a customer experience platform. In addition to that, on a day-to-day work, people use it for code generation. People use it for testing, to generate UI as well, and in addition to that, of course, the things like searches and then advanced searches and stuff like that. We use that. So pretty soon we are also going to be adding agents. With the Agentic AI, we'll be adding agents for some of the internal operations as well. We plan to introduce things like chatbots for people to use within the company for maybe interacting with HR and IT and stuff like that. So these are they happen to be products that we built, and then pretty soon we'll also be introducing them within the company for internal use.
So today Nouveau Labs is at par with IT companies incorporating AI in their services as well as day-to-day life.
I may not be able to comment on that, whether we are at par or not, but we are making an attempt, a good attempt to be able to get to a level where we think we are optimally using AI.
What's next for Nouveau Labs? What's your vision?
So we want to continue the journey as it is. We want to be one of the most remembered product engineering services company, where our first intention would be to co-create. Not that we don't actually support other models. We do support other models when the customer wants, because we want the relationship with the customer to be at the as a priority item. So, but when the customer comes and requests for other models, we do oblige.
What you said is very interesting. We want to be remembered for the quality.
Absolutely, yeah. That's
wonderful. How important is industry-specific knowledge today in delivering the IT solutions?
Oh, it's very, very critical. We have learned it the hard way. We have had certain projects in which the lack of domain knowledge kind of hurt us. So if you don't, you can be having the best tech stack, best developers, and then implementers, but it really doesn't help if you don't have the domain knowledge. And so that's something that we felt that it's very, very important, and that's very critical to make the customer successful and customers happy as well.
So what are the steps you are taking today as an organization to
Yeah, so since we have a clear realization of that particular fact, so what we did is we have actually gotten into a massive training plan to be able to, over the next 6 months, get the team trained on specific areas that we have chosen. We said we will look at take domain experts, the experts from the consultants and stuff like that, whenever we are actually looking at in the initial stage of the project, to make sure that we don't miss out on anything. So solid requirements means solid delivery. So, and then the requirement analysis phase, we want to actually engage wherever we don't have an expert internally. We want to engage a domain expert within that, and so we have had that process already started, and we have identified people in certain areas. I mean, a lot of the areas we do internally have it, but certain areas where we don't have it, we want to do it.
That's a good way to learn, I think, from the past project.
Absolutely, yeah.
Looking ahead, Satya, what emerging technologies excite you the most for business case?
So I kind of look at two of them. AI, for obvious reasons. It has a very broad applicability across multiple verticals, multiple domains also. I think the relevance of AI in those domains will only keep growing. So definitely there is a lot of challenge as well as also an opportunity there. The second thing is in security, and security is, I mean, like the systems and then devices are increasingly getting vulnerable to attacks and then stuff like that. The more time passes, and then more and more the vulnerability is increasing. So that's another area where a lot of work can be done, and then there is a lot of potential as well.
Certainly, AI and security are going to be the emerging technologies, and good to see that Nouveau Labs is trying to go ahead with these.
Absolutely, yeah.
Why should product companies use Nouveau Labs as their core partners?
As long as they see that we are adding a value in a way they are expecting, I'm reasonably sure that they would be pretty open for that. Since we are actually, with something that we are looking at co-creation as one of our key philosophies, I would imagine that would be interesting for them. And they're also looking at companies that are focused on innovation, having the ability to attract good talent, naturally will become their partner. So I guess finally it's about finding a partner that thinks like you.
I think the quality aspect and the co-creation aspect that you have mentioned, I'm sure more and more companies would like to partner with Nouveau Labs.
Hope so.
Wishing you and Nouveau Labs immense success and growth in the future, Satya, and hoping we will have more conversations with you. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Navita. Thanks for inviting me.
It was wonderful having this conversation with Satya today, who is the founder and director and CEO of Nouveau Labs. We hope to have more exciting conversations with him in the future.